Every time I turn around, that pussy ass nigga in Detroit got something to say. MoneyBoy trade this, MoneyBoy trade that. Nigga, what's up? You don't want no smoke, bitch ass nigga. I'ma stay counting money. Big face, blue honey. What's beef, you don't want it. Extended clip, hold a honey. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Extended clip, hold a honey. I'ma stay counting money. Big face, blue honey. What's beef, you don't want it. Extended clip, hold a honey. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Extended clip, hold a honey. Extended clip, hold a honey. Trap lag, gotta jump in. 2 for 1, Tim Duncan. Back and forth, fiend coming. Blue faces out honey. Paper chasing, bitch, I run it. I'm a star, I'm a comment. Drippin' sauce while I'm stunning. 000 comma. Cape Coast in Guyana. 3 bitches with me thinking shit. Politicking, kicking in the sun. State game, beating Hunter. Stupid loud marijuana. Lower middle, born and red. Got it off the blade, hustling on the corner. Shades, Dolce & Gabbana. President just a shit Obama. Country thug, JJ, MoneyBoy trade. Niggas got a problem. Pussy niggas used to rob them. Kept a 38 revolver. Got a problem solver. Red diamond like the Cardinal. 100 rounds in my arsenal. Treat her up like a hostel. I got shooters on the roster. Dreadhead niggas roster. Real deal, no imposter. Legendary, I'm a rockstar. Real deal, no imposter. Legendary, I'm a rockstar. I'ma stay counting money. Big face, blue honey. What's beef, you don't want it. Extended clip, hold a honey. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Extended clip, hold a honey. I'ma stay counting money. Big face, blue honey. What's beef, you don't want it. Extended clip, hold a honey. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Extended clip, hold a honey.
1 clock, 2 shots. Now he dead like 2 bye. I'm old school like a 2 truck. I'm in the kitchen working 2
Let's get it.
Gucci linen on my ass. I ride designer like a mom. These niggas hit you like some fall.
They gone.
I'm smoking cone, no walk. Nigga self-made, a nigga boss. Nigga 10,000, that's a boss.
Come on.
Petty little feel, Kenny lost it. My middle name should be Caution. My trap booming, it's an auction. What you want, nigga? For that word, they paying around. What you need, nigga? Bougie, but I'm young and handsome. Sitting tall like Rap Samson. A lot of niggas that can feel me. This man a chicken ain't sending me. Feeling like I wanna learn. Like Mike Gibson, all about the Benjamin. Multiplying like a gremlin. So-0 about to finish him. Got no tape, people murder plots with the judge said. When he sentenced him, it was 1 of me, about 10 of him. Keep a body pad like Eminem. Me and Joe was kinda similar. We be something like a synonym. Motivation like a head coach. Push on your back like a dead boat. Bars got a DB everywhere, but I'm going in, I'm calling that quote.
I'ma stay counting money. Big face, blue honey. What's beef, you don't want it. Extended clip, hold a honey. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Extended clip, hold a honey. I'ma stay counting money. Big face, blue honey. What's beef, you don't want it. Extended clip, hold a honey. Drummer. It's 2:32 in the morning. We in the booth high in the motherfucker. State gang, the mob. True sippers. We in too deep. It's a lot of motherfucking hating going on, but that ain't shit, man. The money still coming, these niggas still hate, these bitches still choosing. I'm in the streets daily, hopping out fresh courtesy of the yayo. Got a knot in my pocket, same side as potatoes. The money still coming, these niggas still hate, these bitches still choosing. I'm in the streets daily, hopping out fresh courtesy of the yayo. Got a knot in my pocket, same side as potatoes. Money gotta shine, so money gotta bubble. You say you icy, but your diamonds looking super cluttered. I look like a star, call me the Big Dipper. I keep a pocket full of faces, paper ain't an issue. Shawty jockey say look like I'm signed to Def Jam. I'm independent, baby girl, I'm just going ham. She say she love my diamonds, she wanna wear my jewelry. I'm a lottery big bitch, call me Stephen Curry. Club pitch black dog, but my chest glowing. I'm kinda cocky, talking shit like I'm Terrell Owens. Amiri Jean, Jordan 12 and a white tee, look like I'm shooting a movie every day. Call me Spike Lee. Still coming, these niggas still hate, these bitches still choosing. I'm in the streets daily, hopping out fresh courtesy of the yayo. Got a knot in my pocket, same side as potatoes. The money still coming, these niggas still hate, these bitches still choosing. I'm in the streets daily, hopping out fresh courtesy courtesy of the yayo. Got a knot in my pocket, same side and potatoes. I'm with a white bitch, same color in my kids. If you got your money right, you get them all white bricks. You can tell a nigga shining, take a look at my wrist. Got them all red diamond like your girl lipstick. I got these hoes sick, I got these hater mad. I'm popping rose bottle, I'm rocking Gucci tag. Got a stupid crazy swag, nothing like you wanna be. Some Texas, they Brazil, 2 for 20 up in Applebee's. I look just like a masterpiece. You should hang me on the wall when she wants some dope dick. I'm the one your bitch can call, getting money all year. Winter, summer, spring, and fall. Nickname shouted low, nigga, I done it all. State game. The money still coming, these niggas still hate, these bitches still choosing. I'm in the streets daily, hopping out fresh courtesy of the yayo. Got a knot in my pocket, same side and potatoes. The money still coming, these niggas still hate, these bitches still choosing. I'm in the streets daily, hopping out fresh courtesy of the yayo. Got a knot in my pocket, same side and potatoes. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are y'all doing? Man, I seen this shit last night after I got off live. And the darndest thing, I was trying to download it and get it ready for this morning. And for some reason, I don't know, that motherfucker downloaded like 5 times, but it didn't show me. It kept saying error. But then after it finally downloaded one, all the other 5 I had tried to download were there. But no, this lady definitely lied. I didn't know that she lied, but some told me. Some was just like, this shit don't sound right. Because I heard the news report. Well, no, I saw like the first 2 minutes of her video, and I was like, okay, what the hell? And I started Googling their name and stuff of that nature. And I found the news story. And I was like, wait a minute. Well, the news story say this nigga is a repeated sex offender. And she said, from what she's seen, because she married to the nigga, she said, from what I've seen, he did something when he was 16. He like 40 now. That's why the news made sure to say for the past 26 years, he didn't have a troubling history. But no, she definitely lied, because I didn't pull the paperwork. I had The Truth pull the paperwork for me. So I'm going to read his charges. I ain't gonna read the ones that aren't related to statutory rape and sexual assault and shit of that nature. But yeah, it's amazing how this woman just lied. Now, if you're from Memphis, you've heard about this damn restaurant, because it done had its windows busted out several times. And every time it happened, I was thinking, this nigga is either he fucking somebody's wife, or this nigga side bitch is cutting up. It makes sense now. Motherfucker, whoever you got charged with in 2023 is coming up there fucking your shit up. But let's get into it. I posted the video first on my channel, but then I had to react to it too, because this is a goddamn shame. Okay, we got it. Here we go up here. Uh-oh. We got action. We got action. What's going on, clown?
Good morning.
Did you actually have a chance to watch the video, or you just watched enough to get his name?
I watched enough to get his name, and then when I saw it pop up, I knew exactly where to go.
Man, wait till you hit his. Oh, you went to the registry.
Yeah,
to the registry.
Everything. I looked up his. I did a background check on him. He's got a lot of non-appearance, failure to appears, and everything like that, which all stem from this 1999 case. Because the failure to appear were 2003 and 2006.
How in the fuck is his case going on for 4 years?
He didn't show up after he was released. Those cases go on for
And he was a minor at the time too. From what she's saying, I think 99. I'm thinking he was 16, maybe. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, that's why a lot of that isn't showing up, because he was 16. But
he got a lot of shit in between.
Oh yeah, a lot. He's got a lot.
I about to say he definitely has more than one sex charge since 1999.
Yeah, but a lot of that stems from the registry.
But he got a statutory rape charge, I saw, and then he got a sexual assault, and he got a rape charge.
Yep.
He been doing a lot of shit. That's why I said how this lady only know about one. He got several charges like this.
Yeah, but the Facebook thing is recent.
Yeah, 5 days ago.
Yeah, the Facebook thing is recent, so I guess she's in denial.
He got locked up on the 5th. Yeah, well, she came out here begging for sympathy because the community is on her and her husband's ass. They're asking her, how could you be with this sick motherfucker? But then they also like, we want this nigga out of our neighborhoods. We don't want to, hell no, we don't want to support this.
Well, failure to register is a big thing. And not disclosing your Facebook page or your social media.
He wasn't supposed to have one. The nigga ain't supposed to be on there. So it's nothing to disclose because you ain't supposed to be on there. He just thought he was slick. Niggas cannot stay away from social media for some odd reason. He couldn't be happy just being a business owner, selling hot wings and shit.
Well, that's why they did what they did, because
that's how he got caught with his dumb ass.
Yeah, and he was traveling places to meet people. That's a no-no, because you're not supposed to leave the state without telling them at all.
Do you want to do the? Somebody said, "Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk." You want to do the rundown on him? I've been hearing him. I didn't know who the fuck this guy was until yesterday.
Well, Charlie Kirk is very controversial with some of his aspects. If you remember, I brought him up a long time ago about him saying, I'm not gonna fly because I think the pilot is a DEI hire because he's black.
We ain't even got that many black pilots.
Yeah, but Charlie Kirk got off the plane and made a statement saying, I got off this plane because I didn't think the pilot was qualified. I think he was a DEI hire.
So he's the shock activist.
Yes, pretty much. That's his whole spiel is he says things. I mean, not to 2023, he said that, some people have to die to protect the
gun
Second
laws.
Amendment.
Now, I did. I mean, but that I have to agree with him on that. I mean, our right to bear arms is a fundamental American right, and it shouldn't be taken away unless you a goddamn felon or you crazy.
Well, that's been tested, whether they can take your guns away for being a felon or crazy. That's being tested right now in the court.
That's a damn shame. I did not know this was going through the court system, but I agree with him on. We should have the right to bear arms. We just have to. I don't even know. I can't even say we have to because the screening process is hard. The screening process is thorough enough as it is. So I don't know what else we need to do. Well, I do know Tennessee has adopted, which I hate. Tennessee said they're going to start teaching. It's going to be part of their curriculum starting this fall, where they're teaching gun safety in schools. That is stupid as fuck.
Well, they just arrested a kid last week. 23 weapons, and he fell on the radar because of things he was saying, and people were reacting to the things he was saying. And they found a couple of the clips they found in a go bag. And you know what a go bag is, right?
Yep.
A bug out bag. In the bag, there was clips in there, and he had mass shootings written on them.
Yeah, manifesto and shit.
Yeah, Columbine, the Baptist church shooting, the Catholic church shooting.
These people are just copycatters.
Yeah, most of them. But that's the problem, though. They idolize these things. But I will say this about
they don't idolize them enough not to kill themselves. They don't want to face that punishment.
Oh yeah, well, the Charlie Kirk was a professional.
Goddamn right, that was a sniper, which is crazy. They don't know how to do it, and it brings up conspiracy theories. I've been seeing the conspiracy theories pop up. Was this a way for them to usher in Project 2025? I was like, here we go.
Well, I don't think it's that. I think,
and they're saying Democrats may have had him killed or shut him up. I said, no, I'm just telling you what I've heard on these stories. They saying some wild shit. How come it just couldn't be a zealous motherfucker who didn't like what he said and killed him?
Yeah, but I think this stems to more than just his political view.
There's the LGBT shit too. He's against them, and what's crazy is they said right before he was shot, somebody stood up and asked him a question about LGBT, and before he could answer about LGBT having guns, and before he could answer, pow.
Well,
that seemed like a setup to me too.
The question was the mass shootings and the transgender community.
Yeah, should they not have their guns taken?
Yeah, yes,
because they crazy.
And right then, pop.
Right, yeah, I'm saying that all seemed not coincidental. That seems suspect too.
Well,
that question, and then he got popped, and guaranteed it's probably somebody from the LGBT community who did it.
But again,
and the FBI is miffed. How they ain't found this nigga yet? They locked up two motherfuckers. How they get the old nigga on the ground?
Because he's actually an activist in the area that has a strong. He's done many protests against Kirk and many others like him. So he was immediately on their radar, and he was there.
They had Pop on the ground. He was like, "Shit, I didn't do it."
But they got a second guy and had to release him too.
Yeah, the FBI looking slow right now.
Yeah. But this was a paid hit. That man is a professional.
It could be retired military personnel.
Well, again, our rifle range is 500 yards with iron sights. I don't know what they do now, but 500 yards with iron sights.
You know, it's some motherfuckers cold as hell now, D-Truth. They picking your ass off from 1,500 yards away.
A hunter, a normal shot for a hunter is 200 yards. Easy. But Charlie Kirk had a vest on.
And a security detail.
But he had a vest on.
They knew that. That's why they shot him in the head.
They knew that. It actually hit him in his neck. And when I saw the video itself, where it shows the impact of the round, I knew that dude was at 2:00.
He fell hard.
Yeah, that dude was at 2:00. Where the shooter was at was 2:00 on that building because of the way the round hit him. And then when the blood spurted out, I could tell the angle and about where that guy was. And last night, somebody released a video of that roof. And a man stood up on that roof.
Yeah, I ain't trying to watch it I ain't trying to watch the graphic details of it.
Well,
I do know they said he got killed in front of one of his children. One of his children was there,
and his wife was there,
and he was 31. This is a young man.
But nobody deserves to die.
Well, niggas are cheering
of their views. Yeah, but
niggas are cheering. But when George Floyd died, if a white person said something, they were mad in the motherfucker.
Yeah, well, again, when you're controversial, these things happen. But here's the thing: this isn't this isn't the first, and it won't be the last. We just had state senators get shot by somebody for political views. You had senators in Washington years ago get shot for their political views. But this ain't gonna end.
It's Republicans being shot. Am I correct or wrong on that?
No,
so it's both sides being shot.
Yes, the Democrats in Michigan, the state senators, all four of the public office people were Democrats.
Well, damn. So so America is getting fed up with politicians. Period.
Pretty much. It's pretty much both sides are getting it. You know, it's nothing different. But again, people like Kirk stroke those views. People like Kirk. It only takes
I know Candace Owens scared the motherfucker.
Oh yeah, it only takes, yeah, she's in hiding. A lot of them are in hiding right now. They sit in that little cubicle they got that they do their podcast from. They sit in there with armed guards outside right now because they don't know what is going on. But again, your views, it only takes one nutcase to listen to what you have to say and agree with you and say something has to be done. I mean, go back in time, JFK, Martin Luther King, RFK, Malcolm X. All these people were taken out because of their religious or political views. It's never going to change, but we're not Russia. This happens in Russia every day. Political foes disappear.
Man, the whole cabinet disappeared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now, but again, he doesn't warrant a security detail from the government. Just because he's the best friend of the president and his kids, he shouldn't get a detail.
He had his own detail though. He had like one or two personal security that always travel with him, but I mean, it's not their job. They're not the Secret Service, so they're not surrounding him.
Yeah, but it's easy to get the tempered glass, the security glass. He had nothing.
No, because I mean he wasn't expecting it. Because he wasn't expecting it, and this is something he does all the time. He always speaks at colleges out in the open, and then when you talk to people that were there, they were like, "What was security like?" And they was like,
nothing.
Damn near none existed because it's a college campus. There maybe one or two officers there, but it's not an event like that, and he's not a personality that we would have a whole shit ton of police here.
No, there was no credible threat.
Like this ain't no Trump rally.
Yeah, there was no credible threat against his life because remember, any threat against a person is taken seriously. So there was no credible threat and no threat before this. So no one's ever taken a shot at him or did anything.
Just openly said they were going to kill him. Yeah, nobody's openly said, I'm going to kill him to where they were being investigated for.
He's not on the radar. He did something to someone or a group that caused this.
Well, according to the Republicans, the Democrats had him killed. But I don't believe that.
And the Democrats said the Republican had those people in Michigan killed. Yeah. So
I don't believe that. I think it was one of them LGBT people who was upset that he said their guns need to be taken.
Could be. There's a whole range of people. If Candace Owens was to come up missing or unalive, there would be just a shitload of people in line to get questioned about that.
Now, I need all these YouTubers who have come out and said he was killed by a white man to retract their shit because they don't know who the fuck did it. He
had dark clothing on and he was wearing a hood.
Yeah, they have no idea who the fuck did it. Y'all saw the white man that they detained, but it wasn't him. And y'all saying, see, he was talking about black on black crime. We got to get the white on white crime. Well, we don't know.
In the video that the man shows, you could clearly see that his top of his head comes to a point as if he had a hoodie on to cover his face. Even if someone saw him on video, they wouldn't be able to tell. And he had a plan. He had a good plan to get out of there. He knew exactly.
That's why I said former military. Mm-hmm. This motherfucker had this shit played out for 3 goddamn days.
They can't find the weapon, not even a spent cartridge.
He broke the weapon down. He probably had a shell holder on the side of his rifle a shell catcher to catch
or it was a bolt action. Or it was a bolt action.
Oh yeah, and it stayed inside
it stays inside there unless you pull the bolt back to feed another round. It ain't going unless you pull even if it's a clip, a clip fed weapon, you still got to pull that bolt back to forward the next round. He knew exactly what to do, and that definitely was a hunting rifle. Definitely was a hunting rifle that was used. Pretty big caliber too. Because that was
like,
That was a lot of blood. A lot of blood.
Well, I mean, shit, you get hit in the neck, that's where the carotid artery is. Of course, it's gonna be a lot of blood spewing out.
And they're saying that the wound was 2 inches from the base of the neck.
It almost snapped his damn spine.
They lucky didn't take his head clean off. It could easily, if it was a larger caliber weapon, it took his head clean off. But I mean, these people. But if you notice, it's weird because people were just walking away, like just walking. They weren't running; they were walking.
Where the people at the top was running, they were briskly jogging.
Yeah. I saw a fat woman.
I don't think only the people in the front saw it, but you know how that go. Nobody run until everybody started running. They don't even know why they running. They just taking off.
Well, a bunch of people were saying he was on the roof above them.
They have no idea. If they knew, they would have been caught this nigga by now. It wasn't no drones in the area or nothing.
He knew. He knew exactly how to get and how to be not noticed. So he would have to be a younger man. You see what I'm saying? He would have to be a younger man to blend into the crowd. The only thing I say that won't hold up to that scrutiny is the fact that it was a Charlie Kirk rally and older people and younger people were there. But for him to just slip away into the crowd and not be noticed.
It was like 2,000 people there.
They said upwards of 3 were there. Upwards
that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people to blend in.
Oh yeah, and he, but that to come down off that building, he would have to know that building was pretty much empty, and far enough away that it would take people time to get there.
Yes,
and there was no cameras in the hallways of that building. I don't think he went down from that building. I think he went off the roof and down.
You think he had a helicopter?
No,
you think he rappelled? You think he rappelled down the side of the building?
I think he went down the side of the building, but it's hard, broad daylight, for someone to not notice you come down off the side of the building. So there's a lot of holes in that one too. He could have
really. It was a bunch of chaos going on at that time. So motherfuckers are thinking about getting to safety in case more shots come off than looking around to figure out where it came from.
Well, he also had to know that the concentration of attention would be towards where the Kirk rally is. So he could have easily slipped out from the back, just roped down the side of the building and just kept walking.
Good morning, Zeller. That's what we said. We think it's a professional hit too.
Yeah, definitely. Well, he's definitely a skilled hunter, at least. Okay, may not be a professional.
More skilled than whoever shot at Trump.
Yes, that kid was terrible. Just terrible. And the other idiot that was laying on the golf course. You idiot. Why are you gonna put your weapon out so early? You could
that's the one that first talked about the freak offs with Diddy. That dude.
And he was laying in wait. But again, why would you
got shot?
Why would you poke your weapon out an hour before he got to the spot?
Because he was an amateur.
Pretty much. This guy was definitely a avid hunter or a professional at his job. That's not an easy shot, even at 200 yards.
I can't wait till they catch a suspect and we can go through his background and shit.
So did you hear about? Wait, did you hear about the kid? Did you hear about the kid that got arrested with 23 weapons?
Yeah, you talked about it at the beginning when we started off.
It's like, what are we doing here? Who needs 23 weapons?
How old is he?
16, but they're not his weapons, they're his parents' weapons. But
in Tennessee now, if your ass is a teen and you get caught with a weapon or you shoot somebody with a weapon, they charging the parents too.
Yes. And that 16-year-old kid's parents should be, because when they raided the house, the weapons were everywhere. They had some locked up in a safe, but there was others just everywhere. And many states should adopt the law that minors should not have access to weapons where they're easily be accessed.
Now, if you with your parents and y'all hunting at the gun range, that's one thing, but just
where
being able to go into the room and grab one and put it in your backpack, hell no.
Because kids haven't formed the mentality to not overreact.
And parents should know this.
Yeah, they could just go get that anytime they want to. They get in a fight at school. They come home, grab that, and go back. I mean, it's all kind. And then the accidental shootings. The parents should be held accountable for accidental shootings. How did the child get it? Why the child was able to get it?
If nothing else, they should be charged with negligence.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's get to this idiot right here.
New tonight, a registered sex offender with a history.
As long as his record is, I don't even know why he should be getting out. Now, what's funny is this was, I think they said this was earlier this year. His shit done been vandalized more than one time. I think this is probably the second time it got vandalized since he called the news out. But it's funny him talking about you ain't gonna get away. God gonna get you. Nigga, so you thought you was gonna get away with having a page, leaving the state and all that shit? You ain't think you were gonna get caught? You believe in God, you didn't believe you were gonna get caught.
So that,
come on, man.
When I was reading, so they were saying that the people that came, like the Facebook people, is the one that turned them in for having the page.
I don't know how they found out, but whoever found out for them, good job. Continue sex offender
26 years is back in jail tonight. Lord Cole's bond may soon be revoked for violating some key conditions that kept him out of prison.
Fox 13's Martin Staunton is live outside 201 Poplar tonight. Martin, you've been digging into the cases against Cole.
Yeah, Daryl, I moved to one of those places where he was accused of being too close to kids because the latest affidavit for Lord Cole labels him a violent sex offender. He was sentenced to 8 years of supervised.
He's a violent sex offender. And this nigga named
probation for attempted rape. And investigators say that includes prohibitions on leaving the state, contact with kids, and social media accounts. And that's what landed him back in trouble.
God is always watching. You don't get away with anything. You will pay for what you do, one way or
says the nigga who just got caught up.
Or the other.
Fox 13 interviewed Lord Cole a few months ago when his restaurant was vandalized. Back then, he was hoping police would catch the criminals. Now they've caught him again. Cole pleaded guilty to attempted statutory rape in 2023. Police say
attempted statutory rape.
Late last year, he violated the terms of his sex offender status. According to an affidavit in the case, this is a Facebook account Cole did not register with law enforcement as required. It's listed under the name New Money Cole. He's also prohibited from being around children in a public place, but investigators say he attended the Jingle Jam event at the Brooks Museum in December.
And he opened up a restaurant in West Memphis that's right next to the Boys and Girls Club.
Say he traveled out of state without required permission and went to Six Flags near St. Louis. All infractions were reportedly gathered from Cole's unregistered social media account. The violations alleged reactivates Cole's original charges, which are now listed on his Tennessee sex offender registration: criminal attempted rape, aggravated assault, criminal attempted aggravated rape, and theft of property. There's a petition to revoke Cole's suspended sentence.
And Cole is due back in court.
Here comes the wife.
He did reach out to the DA's office to see what's
Hold on,
next.
let me read
in
some
Cole's
more
case,
of his charges.
but we have not heard back. Daryl?
Fox 13's Martin Staunton live in downtown Memphis tonight. Thank you, Martin.
Hold on. Before his wife starts speaking, and then she got her ring on still. Bitch, if you don't sit your retarded ass down somewhere. Let's see here. Let me read some of these charges. 1201. Now, 12/01/1999, he was charged with aggravated rape. His wife says he was 16 and I don't even know, because I'm trying to think. I don't know how Tennessee laws go, but like unless this child was 10 or something, I don't see how he could be hit. He took something. She said he ain't taking none, but it say aggravated rape, which means he had some type of weapon when he took it. But that's in 99. That's the first one I got. Where's the second one? And then after that, let's see here. Well, dang, we gotta go from the bottom. Then we got in 2012, 2015, 99, he was charged with aggravated rape in 99. In 2015, he has an aggravated rape case.
Oh no, go down to the bottom. It starts in 2000. Restarts in 2002.
Okay, I might be on the wrong page. Okay, I'm on the wrong page. Okay. For 99, we know he was charged with aggravated rape. I'm guessing he was 16 in 99. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I don't know. I don't think so. How old is this nigga? He was born in 82. In 99, he wouldn't have been 16. He's a year older than me. I graduated in 2000 and well, yeah, so I guess he may have been, he would have been 16, 17, I guess. That's correct, because he born in 82.
That's why it starts in 2002, because he becomes 18 at the time. That's why his charges on his sex offender registry starts in 2002, because he turns 18. Anything before that cannot be published. It is sealed. Only to be brought out by the case.
Well, so that 2000 and that 1999 case had to been adjudicated then. If he started getting it, that was finished. So that was one charge he got taken care of, and then he started getting locked up in 02 doing other shit. So yeah, she talking about she only know about one instance. You don't know your husband very well, ma'am. But okay, let's see. 2000 and okay, well, fuck it. In 2002, disorderly conduct, contempt of court in 03, violation of probation 03, possession of controlled substance, weed in 07, possession of a deadly weapon with commit crime, violation, we don't care about those. 2012, aggravated assault, 2 counts. 2015, aggravated rape.
He has weapons in 2010, another weapon charge to commit a crime.
Now, all these fraudulent transfers, I guess it say MV motor vehicles, all those were dismissed for lack of prosecution. What else we got here?
Theft of property, 1,000 to 10,000, and then in 2017, another aggravated SB, 2000, the same one. So you got aggravated
sexual battery,
and then the same charge is that one.
Rape, aggravated battery, aggravated sexual battery. He got a rape charge in 2017 on the same day. Now these are 3 charges on the same day: aggravated sexual battery,
same person,
rape, and statutory rape by an authority figure. So this is after 1999. So that's at least twice he's done this shit.
Domestic assault.
He does a lot of aggravated assault.
Yeah. Now you see he loves
2020,
that no love.
And 2023 is criminal aggravated rape, aggravated sexual battery, criminal aggravated rape, and then 2025 is the violation of sex offender registry. And then
he pleaded guilty in 2023 to
that's how he
lesser charge. And then
that's how he feels on the registry, I think. Well, no, he should have already been on the goddamn registry if he had some shit from 2015.
Yeah, he definitely on the registry, because in 2025 he violated again. 2025 aggravated assault. Same group of charges. They're all on September 4th. Criminal attempted rape, criminal attempted aggravated rape. Same day, theft of property, and petition to revoke suspended sentence. So they're going back to the prior cases where he pleaded to a lesser charge.
That's why I don't understand how his wife saying she know about one. Ma'am, the news story calls him a repeat sex offender, meaning he's done the shit more than once. And you talking about, I only know about one. And he was 16 when it happened. Mm-hmm. Bitch, he lied to you. Or you're lying, but how desperate are you to be with this nigga?
There's no way I don't know how long they've been married. I mean, let me look. Let me see if
like how desperate does this bitch have to be though? But she claims she knows. Well, I don't know how long she's known about it, but she said from what I've seen. So I'm wondering if he didn't tell her, then if he never told her until after he got locked up, she shouldn't be out here doing this video.
All right, I think this is her. Is her name Brianna?
I'm not sure. It may be.
Yeah, because there's a Brianna Davis Cole, which I'm.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see, because I know they tagged her in some shit. Let me see. Hillboys, West Memphis victims. Well, it just says Hillboy Wings and Burger Bar. Who else was tagged in this motherfucker? And she posted this on their web page. No, it doesn't have her fucking name on here. It just got her video.
I'm pretty sure this is her because it's showing there's a hyphen that, yeah, this is her.
I haven't eaten at Hillboys. I've been there, but I didn't eat.
She's got a couple charges on her too. 2017.
Was she with that nigga then?
What is the charge? Expired improper, no. But she's got a couple of contempts. Oh, here's a felony. What'd she do? Doesn't say what she did. It just says it's a felony. Oh, forgery. 2000.
Yeah. Him and her both some crooked motherfuckers.
2009. She's got a forgery charge. Same one, 2009. So here's her complete list. She had a fugitive from justice warrant, 2 of them. Contempt of court for possession. Habitual offender, fugitive from justice 2004, fugitive from justice 2020, April 30th, 2025, and forgery from 1,000 to 10,000. But she's got 1, 2, 3 forgery charges.
Yeah, she a petty crook.
Oh, and she's also has a revoke release supervision for a synthetic cannabinoid.
She was selling them fake vapes and shit. She was selling spice.
This is let me see. Contempt.
Both of them some career criminals.
Oh, failure 2020 June 2025, failure to comply with drug court.
Oh yeah, drug court is terrible. I'd rather just go do my time than go through that bullshit.
So I just want to step out and out in front of this madness regarding the things that are going along and circulating about my husband and the news clips that are being shared and reposted regarding his status. Yes, my husband is a registered sex offender, but it's not due to pedophilia or anything that everybody is rumoring out here.
Motherfucker, it's for rape and statutory rape.
Yes.
Fuck him. We don't care if it's pedophilia or not, bitch. It's statutory rape and sexual battery.
3 times, 3 different occasions. And the thing that stands out to me is a authority figure, which means he was either the boss.
It could have been a relative too, because you know they do that if you're a relative or a church pastor. You some person that's in charge of monitoring kids.
Exactly. Authority figure tells me that he was either the boss of somebody or in some kind of group where he was in charge. He's a predator.
But it ain't for pedophilia or nothing like that. Who cares? He's on the registry, ma'am. He's a pervert. She's trying to dismiss the shit now.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell what it's for then?
And I just want to be clear and transparent.
Tell us what it's for.
That's going on, because at this point, you guys have endangered my family by sharing.
Ma'am, nobody cares about your family. They talking about your husband. And they asking you what kind of desperate bitch you ought to be with this nigga. But how is your family endangered? Because they sharing posts about your husband. And your husband is on the sexual offender registry, which means when he moves into a neighborhood, the neighborhood has to be alerted. So his address is always going to be public. So it's been public all this goddamn time. Your family ain't in danger. They in danger now because people know, but the neighborhood already knew.
My
he's got a domestic violence too.
Address.
Probably against her.
Information regarding my cars, all my vehicles, tag numbers, license plates. I'm getting threats to my business.
Well, that's what happens when you go to jail, ma'am. That's sorry, all this shit. Because I'm looking at all your cars and shit too. The Mini Cooper. I see all that shit too. Because it's on the sex offender registry.
And you're endangering my staff. So let me just step in and say something.
Nobody's coming up there talking about your staff. They want your husband gone. They want the business moved. But you ain't got one video or record or no motherfucker calling y'all, harassing y'all, fucking with y'all, and none of that. Other than them windows being busted out the restaurant, and it's probably the folks of whoever he raped. Lucky they didn't kill the nigga. They just busted his windows out.
About this, other than just a news headline that everybody is running on and doing their own speculations and continuing to share.
We're looking at what's in black and white. There is no speculation. Niggas is sharing the news story.
They're sharing his registry.
Thank you. They sharing what the news said and what's in black and white. I can't believe she up here defending this bullshit. Like most people would be like, oh, I ain't know all this. I'm finna get a divorce. She's still thinking about running the restaurants because again, she posted this shit on his on the restaurant page instead of a private page. And she's sitting there with the damn work shirt on.
My husband was involved with a young lady, and at that time it was the whole chat line thing going on where
see and that's real vague. He's 16, so how old? And he wasn't even, we don't know what the 99 wasn't statutory rape though. It was what? Forcible rape, wasn't it? It wasn't statutory. Statutory came later.
Yeah, no, his was a simple assault and rape.
Yeah. And she's saying he met somebody off the chat line. He raped them, ma'am.
Wait, 99? It was chat lines in 99?
Damn right. There was the chat lines where they had like the levels and shit where you could, they had the one-on-one jumps. Yeah, chat line was jumping back then. Remember, 99 is probably when the first Nokia came out from AT&T with free nights and weekends and had texting on it and Snake. That was that era.
Well, yeah, because you got Windows 99, Windows 95, then you got Windows 99.
Yeah,
So
we were still using AOL and shit.
Yeah, that AOL was big in 99. Yeah, AOL was big because Windows 99, you got AOL with all the chats. So she may be talking about one of them AOL, love on AOL and shit.
No, it was one of the he from Memphis. It was one of them call-in chat lines. That's what we did. It was one of them little call-in things. But like I know half of our fucking school used to be on that motherfucking one room, and we'd get to school the next day talking about what the fuck we did on that motherfucker last night. But see how she's minimizing it. He was 16. He got on the chat line. What does him being on the chat line got to do with him raping somebody?
But she has an extensive criminal history also. And she has forgery. How did she get a business license?
It's his business. She got forgery. He got forgery where he ain't got forgery,
yes,
but
he got
had
theft.
something and his shit got kicked off. But yeah, they both some white collar, some crooked ass people. That's why I guess they were drawn to each other.
Yeah, she's got forgery and drug charges. How they even get a license to open that business?
I don't think they're stringent like that. I don't think your background has a bearing on whether you could get a business license or not. Could be wrong.
Just 16. My husband was involved with a young lady, and at that time it was the whole chat line thing going on, where he was 16 years old at the time. He met a young lady online, picked her up. They had sex. It was consensual sex from what I was.
Ma'am. Well, you know what? I give you that because people do lie, but them motherfuckers, his charge say it wasn't consensual. That what his charge say. It seemed like he whooped her ass and took it. That's what he was charged with.
And his history.
She could have been lying, but since he's got more rape charges since then, exactly. I'm kind of leading to believe that that nigga took that pussy back then.
And there's statutory charges and aggravated assault along with the charges. So he is not a person that won't take it. He definitely has a history of it.
How the hell do they keep letting these niggas out?
And at that time, it was the whole chat line thing going on, where he was 16 years old at the time. He met a young lady online, picked her up. They had sex. It was consensual sex from what I was told and what I have. I actually do have the discovery and the police reports and all of that documented from that day because we had to go to court.
How you got discovery from shit from 1999?
Because they're revoking his.
And I'm always avid for bookkeeping, so I have.
Now, there's one that if you look over to the right of the criminal aggravated rape, it says pleaded lesser charge of criminal aggravated rape of a child.
How is that a lesser charge? Adding a child in there seems like it would be worse.
No, he took a lesser charge from the rape of a child.
Oh,
so he pleaded guilty to a lesser charge, and they went down from the attempted rape of a child.
So and he still pleaded guilty to a sexual crime, though.
Yeah, and he also for the third charge, because remember he had the sexual battery, which he did no lion, and then the aggravated rape. He also took a lesser charge from the aggravated statutory rape. But he seems to do that a lot, where he takes where he pleads guilty and to a lesser charge.
have an entire file drawer of nothing but legal shit that has happened. So according to the statement, the young lady was 13 at the time that he was 16. She did admit
well, that's legal there. There's nothing that those are two minors consenting. There's nothing. He couldn't be charged for just having sex with a 13-year-old at 16. He couldn't.
She lied about her age after the fact because she felt like,
ma'am, let me just ask. Let me ask Google, but this don't make no sense. And what her lying about her age got to do with anything? Can a 16-year-old have sex with a 13-year-old in Tennessee? Let me just make sure I'm correct on that. In Tennessee, a Romeo and Juliet law gives immunity for consensual sexual activities between a minor at least 13 of age and a person less than 4 years older. So yeah, if she was 13 and he was 16, there's no problem with that Romeo and Juliet law. What the fuck is this lady talking about? That's what I'm saying. She coming out here like it's not 2025 and niggas can just look this shit up. She lied about her age. No need to. He didn't break any laws until he raped her forcefully.
Damn, Chat GPT, I asked that same question and it just said yes.
Yeah, you can. Shit, they got straight to the business.
It didn't even give me an explanation or nothing. It just said yes.
I just know in Tennessee, the age of consent is 18. It's the age of 18 for adults fucking with kids, but minors are allowed to have sex with minors.
She did admit that she lied about her age after the fact because she felt like when the situation was over and she got in trouble for it, instead of her getting in trouble, her out was to say that I got raped.
Oh, here we go.
He admitted that it was consensual sex, and all of this is in the documents.
How he admitted, but he pled guilty, bitch. And again, how do you explain the subsequent charges after 1999 for this shit? You know she lied.
Where she said that she lied about her age. She told him that she was 16 because she didn't want him to think that she was too young for him. She really liked him or whatever.
They met each other on the chat line. And she really liked it at him. She said liked it, which ain't a word. But again, ladies and gentlemen, 16 and 13 is perfectly legal. So I don't know why she's saying the girl lied about her age, because it's perfectly legal.
When it came to
you look like trash, man,
or anything like that at that age, the parents decided not to that they were both kids and they made a stupid mistake and they didn't want to pursue or put this on his record nor hers, and they didn't want it to carry on to her the rest of her life. So the parents decided not to press charges. That's the reason why he did not get arrested at 16 years old. However,
ma'am, we see the charge. What the fuck are you talking about? We see the charge. We see it. It's in black and white.
When Memphis got in trouble with all those backlogs of all those rape kits and everything like that, that kit was included in it. And although it says it in the documents that the parents elected not to pursue charges, the state decided to indict him on it, and they bumped the charge.
Ma'am, 13 and 16 is legal. Something else happened.
Charge up to an aggravated rape instead of no rape at all, because nothing happened. I mean, nothing.
It would have been statutory rape. But how do you go from statutory rape to aggravated rape? Statutory simply means the person is a minor. but it was consensual. Rape is not consensual unless statutory is in front of it.
There was no rape involved. It was consensual sex. It says it in all the original documents. Let me reiterate that. She said where she recanted her story, and because she thought she was going to get in trouble, she didn't want to get in trouble because she wasn't supposed to be skipping school. They both skipped school to do this.
Man, this is the first time we heard about skipping school. You just said they met on the chat line and he picked her up. But y'all heard all this excuse making she's making for this sexual predator? This hoe is sick. And she in Memphis.
Fast forwarding, when my husband was in his 20s, he decided to be a D-boy. He wanted to be out here in these streets. He's a young man in his 20s, and he decided that, hey, I want to see a dope. I want to see a cocaine. I want to see a weed. I want to do all this. He getting in trouble. He getting in fights. He getting all this other shit doing that's happening to him as a young dude. So, of course, when he got indicted about this rape case at the age of 33, he had already had three prior cases that were currently open that we were going to court on. So what the DA decided.
Were they prior rape cases, ma'am? Because there's no way they would call you a repeat sex offender if you only did something once. You would just be a sex offender, not a repeat. And the news is very thorough in what they do.
To do at the time, they're going to put all 4 cases together to try to what I want to say, create a profile, but to pretty much try to characterize him as a menace to society. They can build the case off of that if we compile all 4 of them. They did.
Ma'am, the rape shit alone. Go ahead.
2015, 2017, and these are all different cases. Yeah, so it starts in
2023.
Yeah, well, he's got that.
Well, 2023 is probably when he was finally, when it was finally adjudicated, went through the court and all of this stuff.
Well, 2017 is the statutory and the original rape. 2017, 2022 domestic assault C dismissed. Domestic assault in June of 2023.
He's a terrorist. Talking about he's a public menace to society with all them charges he got of just aggravated possession of a weapon and shit. He is.
Well, she just admitted that there's 3 different cases or 4 different cases, and they want to try them all at the same time. That means you got arrested 4 different times for it.
Exactly.
It's not the same.
If you got locked up in 99, and then the parents dropped the charges, but it was a backlog of rape kits, and the rape kit came back, and it would have shown that the case was dismissed. It was shown that the case was dismissed in 99. How in the fuck would they come back like 15 years later and say, we're going to indict you?
Well, but here's the thing, though. In 99, just because the family said they didn't want to indict him, the state can still indict him. They don't need you to sign off on it to press charges.
Well, she's trying to get us to think that it was statutory rape that he had sex with the minor. I just showed y'all in Tennessee, 16 and 13 is cool because of the Romeo and Juliet law. I don't know about nowhere else, but Tennessee, it's fine.
But to have 4 cases that they want to try as one tells me that
to show he has a pattern of this shit.
You've been arrested 4 times for this with a suspended sentence. So when he was 16, they suspended it, but they sealed it because I can't see it. I only see the.
Yeah, they probably told him to stay. They probably said, keep your nose clean till you're 18 or 21 and we got you. But then he started catching charges and violating probation.
Well, but again, sealed or not, the court can reopen that at any time they want to.
He would be in 19. Well, they could use it, like they would open it up in the case if they're trying to show he has a history of this. That'd be the only reason they would open it up.
That would be the fourth. That would be the fourth case, because he's got 3 that he was charged with after the 99. So she's saying 4 cases. That's because they suspended his sentence, so they're adding that one in too, and they can, because there's those because he got convicted of it. Doesn't statute of limitation doesn't apply to it. He was convicted of it with a suspended sentence.
And if he was convicted, they can't come back and recharge him. That would be double jeopardy.
Well, they can unsuspend his charges, meaning they can make him do the time that was suspended because he committed the same crime.
Which they apparently they haven't done. This nigga is walking free.
Well, he's out on bond.
Well, he was until that's what I'm saying. So they didn't. The nigga had to just sat down and did his time on some of these goddamn charges, we wouldn't be here right now.
Did serve the young lady. They found her, contacted her, and served her and made her come to court. She's 30 at this time. She has a husband. She has 3 kids.
First of all,
so she had to come to court because she was served.
No, you don't have to come to court, ma'am. And you could go to court and plead the 5th, but no, you don't have to. If you're a victim, you don't have to go to court. That's a lie. Served or not, I'll call. If I do get served, I don't know why they would serve her anyway, because she's a witness. They would just simply reach out and contact her and ask would she like to go forward with this case.
She may say, well, she may not want to testify.
Exactly.
So they would have to subpoena her and force her to come.
She could plead the 5th still.
Yeah,
but like they typically don't force witnesses, victims to come in. Now, witnesses, yes, they'll subpoena witnesses and say you got to testify or go to jail. But a victim, they typically don't do that because you're a victim. And they understand why you won't want to get up there and relive some shit from when you were 13. If her story is correct, that they come back 15 years later indicting him.
Contacted her and served her and made her come to court. She's 30 at this time. She has a husband. She has 3 kids. So she had to come to court because she was served. When talking to his attorney and the DA, she said, yes, I really don't want to deal with this because that was in my past. I was a kid.
She came on Facebook.
I don't want to pursue it. I don't want to even think about that anymore. It's so far in the past, I barely remember. So, but she was like, I told them then that I had lied about it. So I just didn't want to get in trouble about the whole situation, but I really don't want to do anything with this. I moved on. The DA said, in order for them to remove that or drop that case, she would have to go before the stand and admit that she lied on her original statement and that she didn't want to press charges on.
Do you believe this the truth?
No.
They would have just asked her to sign a goddamn affidavit.
That's it. Or they would have took the testimony that she gave from earlier, from the original case.
Yeah, where the parents came in and declined to press charges.
Yes, but the state went forward anyway because there must have been some evidence that the state can use, because if she declines to charge, she's no longer a witness. They could ask her to come, but she doesn't have to come. So the state had to find some kind of evidence to continue the case with.
I think this bitch is just lying.
Well, the thing is,
I think that shit happened at 16. That shit was adjudicated and he caught some more shit, and they brought that initial case in saying he been doing this shit since he was a teen. He not gonna change.
I think that's what they're doing. But if you don't have a cooperating witness, there must be some other evidence that can prove without a ponderance of suspicion that this is true. So what did they have on him? Did they have the text messages? Did they have something that proves that this was misconduct on his part?
She said he didn't get locked up, but they took a rape kit test and all of that. For her parents declined. She said he raped her. some shit happened. The parents declined to which McCall, but she said he wasn't arrested. No, he was arrested, but I guess she was trying to say he wasn't charged, but yeah, we see the 1999 charge pop up, so that's not true. If he wasn't charged, it wouldn't have popped up.
Well, here's the thing, though. How many times do kids lie and say that the man forced himself because they don't want to be embarrassed to their parents? It happens all the time.
I did give her the benefit of the doubt on that. I said, now the girl could have lied. I give her that, but the nigga has done the shit 3 times since then, so I'm more inclined to believe her since he has a history of this.
But there has to be some evidence that the prosecutor said, you know what, we got this evidence. We don't need you. We don't even need your testimony. We're going forward. And he probably took another plea deal at 16. I don't know, but that doesn't make any sense.
And that was the original deal.
What the hell? Hold on, let me skip her bit.
That she didn't and admit that she lied on her original statement and that she didn't want to press charges on this indictment. And that was the original deal. However, the trade-off is that if she did that, they said that she would get either 3 years, it was a chance she can get up to 3 years in prison, or, you know, how they be threatening people. She can get up to 3.
So now they threaten the witness? Girl, get the fuck out of here. Now they threatened the witness and said, well, the only way we could drop this is if you get on the stand and lie and tell us that you lied, but then if you do that, we're gonna sentence you for 3 years. Get the fuck out of here. They didn't need to reach back to somebody in 1999 when they got 3 other victims. Ma'am, he has a charge for him being an adult. What was the term, the truth? He's in charge of what, I forgot how they listed it, but he was in an authority position.
Authority position.
Which meant it was a child that he was interacting with then on that charge, and this dumb bitch is up here trying to explain this shit.
Well, he pleaded to a lesser charge.
Don't give a fuck.
With a minor, or with a child, they said, with a child.
We knew it was a minor or a child when he had the authority figure in there. That's what they charged the teachers with too when they hit him with the statutory rape and shit. She's slow.
3 years for falsifying documents.
Their restaurant can't be making that much money. She up here looking like a damn fool like this. They say, y'all are endangering me. Ma'am, shut your dumb ass up. You asked for this with this video. You should just let people talk.
And if she did that, they said that she would get either 3 years, it was a chance she can get up to 3 years in prison, or, you know, how they be threatening people. She can get up to 3 years for falsifying documents. Of course, this woman don't know him. She ain't seen him in 20-some years. Of course, she said, hell no. I'm not going to do nothing for nobody I don't fucking know. I don't owe you anything.
It was 17 years, 17, not 20-something.
There would be a lot of people
17
in jail.
Years later.
There would be a lot of young women in jail if that was
for recanting. For recanting that damn testimony.
Yes, they're not, and plus they're not going to threaten a victim. It's not a good look for the prosecutor to ever threaten a victim to testify, or I'm gonna put you in jail. Not a good look, and it's not gonna happen.
Hell, why didn't they threaten her with that back in 1999 when her and the parents declined to press charges?
Even though I was wrong and I admitted that I was wrong, I'm not willing to go on file to say that, and it's going to jeopardize my freedom and my own background history because it carries further than that. It hurts the chances whether I get a good job or anything like that. I mean,
she is really lying for this.
I can understand that, and she was accountable. She held herself accountable for it, but she's not willing to understand the decision that she made. So after they told her that, they really.
I hope this woman come out. She talk about.
Meanwhile, she just.
I hope this woman that they talking about, they were able to find her 17 years later and serve her. But then after they told her, if you don't testify, we're gonna lock you up. They couldn't find her no more. But they found her 17 years later. Come on, man.
disappeared completely. She changed her phone number. They have rescheduled that court date 3 or 4 times after that because she's no longer at the.
So you saying she had the same phone number from 1999 when she was 13 till she was 30? Girl, shut the fuck up. She was on a chat line. She probably had a house phone in 99.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. They can find you.
Yeah, if they found out after 17 years.
They can find you. They don't need a telephone number to find you. Ridiculous.
She disappeared.
The address that was on file. She completely disappeared. So they came back and counter offered.
So if she had the same address from 1999, are you still saying this woman, even though she married at 30, was staying with her mama and them? Because if she don't stay with her mama, they couldn't serve her at that address because you have to serve the person. Can't nobody else take your service papers for you. Look, this bitch is just lying.
We'll drop it
For
down
this
to
frog
an
looking
attempted
ass
rape.
nigga.
Since the offer. We'll drop it. That was on file. She completely disappeared. So they came back and counter offered. We'll drop it down to an attempted rape. Since the plan. Damn, I can't.
If she was the only witness in the complaint and she disappeared 9 times out of 10, the state would just drop it. But they said, no, we just gonna drop it to attempted. If you didn't do it, why not fight it? Because you know the witness is not going to show up. That's the witness ain't gonna show up, so why not fight it? Either way, if you take a plea, you're doing some jail time. You got a better chance getting off if the witness don't show up. And you can go back to old testimony where she said, I didn't do this, and her parents didn't want to press charges.
I think what they call, not the defendant, but the complainant, I guess is what it called. We'll drop it down anyway to a lesser charge. If he goes on, we can offer this plea deal because at this time he was in jail for 9 months because of this, and we're going back and forth to court because of this indictment. He's in jail 9 months. At this time, I'm 8 months pregnant, and I end up giving birth to my son. He got out when my son was 5 months old.
What year was
this? And I
this?
had another baby that we had just recently had, which is Lord Jr. And Lord Jr. was 8 months old. Let me take that back. Lord Jr. was 8 months old, and I was like 4 months pregnant or something like that. But I was pregnant with an infant. I'm running a business, which was our food truck at the time, and I'm struggling.
What year is this? Okay, 1999 plus 10 is 2009 plus 7, 2016. So yeah, he caught some charges in 2015. You was with this nigga and having babies with him when he was out here doing fuck shit. Because again, she's trying to make it seem like this is just one charge from 1999 when it clearly says repeat sex offender.
So when they came with the offer, okay, so we can't locate her anymore. Here's what we're willing to do. Those other cases, they couldn't separate the cases, apparently, because they had already compiled them and wanted to build a character. We can offer you, if we go to trial on these cases, the way things are looking, you might not get a trial date set for another 6 or 7 months. He said, but if we go to trial, his attorney says, we go to trial, we will. If you lose either of the 4 cases that you have, you're facing 21 years. But what the DA is prepared to offer you is a plea deal of 8 years of probation, supervised probation. But you're going to have to go on the stand and plead guilty to each of these charges. Of course, my husband chose his freedom. He has a pregnant wife out here. He has an infant. He has 3 other children that are in school.
You chose to be marked as a sex offender, even though you're saying you didn't do it. And again, where are these 4 cases coming from? If it's one instance, where are you getting 4 cases?
4 similar cases.
So of course, my husband chose his freedom. We knew what the circumstances were. We knew that he was going to have to get on the registry, and we was trying to keep that under wraps because it's our own personal business. Not that I owe anybody an explanation. My husband has never touched the child.
That's not what his charges say.
Yes, you pleaded.
That's not what the charges say.
You pleaded
Why
to
would you?
a lesser charge so it wouldn't say child.
He's not a pedophile. So all of this shit is being spread about, oh, he's having the family night.
Ma'am, here's the thing. If he didn't do anything involved with the child, part of his probation conditions wouldn't be to stay away from kids. I'm going to say it again. If he had never done anything with a child, part of his shit wouldn't have been to stay away from kids. The nigga like kids, ma'am. And I fuck 1999 because I've already proven through Tennessee state law, nothing would have happened to him for having sex with the 13-year-old unless he took it. And he wasn't charged with statutory rape. But I guess if the girl's parents found out she was having sex at 13, she said, he raped me. Again, I can give you that. But that was some juvenile shit. He was a juvenile. That case had already been adjudicated. He already took a plea or whatever the fuck. He served his time. I don't see a rape kit coming back 17 years later and they're saying, well, we know that this shit was closed back in 1999, but we're going to reopen it.
And the new restaurant is right across from the Boys and Girls Club. And
it is.
Y'all watch y'all kids. It ain't shit like that. And it's like people speculate right across from the. He's having the
ma'am, it is
family night, bitch. And the new restaurant is right across from the Boys and Girls Club. And
bitch, it is like that. He's not supposed to be around kids for a fucking reason. They don't tell men that's on the registry for raping grown ass women not to be around kids, ma'am. That's not part of their release. Where it say, I know you raped this grown woman, but you can't be around kids now. That's not how that works.
It's the authority figure tells me that he shouldn't be hiring children or be around children. Because as an owner of a restaurant, that would be an authority figure, correct?
Yep, especially if you hiring some kids from the Boys and Girls Club to get a part-time job.
Yep, 15, 16, 17, even 18 would still put you as an authority figure.
Yeah, ain't nothing like that. Girl, shut your dumb ass up. She making Memphis look bad.
Y'all watch y'all kids. It ain't shit like that. And it's like people speculating. I mean, people are so ignorant to the fact that when you hear the word pedophilia, you immediately think children. You can be.
I ain't called a nigga a pedophile. I called him a rapist. I don't give. He's a rapist.
Go out here and I can flash in the middle of downtown, and I go on a sex offender list because, I mean, I become a sexual offender because I flash. That don't mean I.
Yeah, guess what? If you went in the middle of downtown and you flashed someone and they were adults, you would go on the sexual registry, but they would not tell you to stay away from kids. They wouldn't tell you that.
Touch the kid. I can be in the crowd and I can hump everybody that walk past me.
Exactly. And they won't tell you to stay away from kids, ma'am, unless one of the people you humped was a fucking kid. You stupid son of a bitch. I could go to the park right now and jack off in front of adults, get locked up, and be put on the sexual registry list, and they not going to tell me to stay away from kids because there were no kids around or involved in the fucking situation to where they have to put that stipulation in.
And go to jail. I'm a sex offender. I did not touch a child. So let's be clear on that. Because I'm tired of that, because most of the threats that I'm getting is based off children. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is something he did when he was 16 years old. And even the news headline says 42-year-old Lord Cole. And then it says it's still
the news.
Nothing to do with the 99.
26 years ago.
Yes.
Thank you. And the news story says repeated sex offender, and it says it's stemming over 26 years. Not from that one case.
Yeah, the other charges that he has involve a child. And those are not like a repeat charge that they didn't finish the case from. These are new charges. If it was, they wouldn't have 4 cases to bring together. If they were the same charge, they wouldn't have it 4 times. They're different charges.
And he finally squashed all this shit in 2023.
26 years, 42 from 26 is 16, guys. Nobody's doing the math. Nobody's doing the math. My husband has not committed any crime since he's been an adult. In fact, all he's done was help people.
What? My husband hadn't committed a crime since he was 20, since he was an adult. Bitch. Okay, look, we're going to do this again. He has not committed a crime. 1999, he was 16. All right. So why in the fuck does he start catching charges in 2002, ma'am? Disorderly conduct, contempt of court, violation of probation. He was on probation for something that he did as an adult. I don't think disorderly conduct would have gotten him probation. But yeah, he had violation of probation. Let's see. 2002, the 4th month is disorderly conduct. 2003, contempt of court. 2003, February 17, 2003, contempt of court. May of 2003, violation of probation. In 2007, possession of controlled substance with marijuana, possession of a deadly weapon. Now, she said he was doing all this thug shit in the streets. See how this whole lie? Even in her own shit, she said, now after that, he was getting caught up and was doing stuff in the streets, selling drugs and all of that. And then she said when the indictment came back, they was trying to make him seem like a public menace, which you couldn't do if he hadn't caught any charges as an adult. This whole just lied for this ragged ass nigga.
He's a public
My husband has
menace.
not committed any crime since
She probably a Jazane Maxwell, or Jazane, whatever the fuck her name is.
He's a public menace because he's been charged as an adult from 2002 all the way to 2025. That is 23 years of criminal activity. That's why he's a public nuisance.
He ain't committed the truth. He ain't committed no crimes since he been an adult. That what she just said.
Nobody's doing the math. Nobody's doing the math. My husband has not committed any crime since he's been an adult. In fact, all he's done was help people.
What?
He's helped the employees that we've had and that we have. We've helped people get cars. We've brought people up out of poverty. We've helped people out of homelessness.
He's still a rapist.
He has helped so many people. You can ask anybody that personally knows us.
But ma'am, you just said this nigga ain't caught no charges as an adult when earlier in this video you said he was running around selling drugs, catching charges. You can't believe these hoes.
We both will drop. We'll put our stuff to the side to help somebody. We've helped our employees move. We've helped so many different people excel in life.
See, Candy just said a good friend of mine had a problem with playing with himself in public around women. And when he was convicted, he was allowed to be around children because his crimes weren't against children. Exactly. That's why I was saying, like, well, this bitch is just lying.
I would like to know, were all the women that they've helped young women?
Because he won't disclose that.
Yeah, he has a problem with using his authority. So I'm wondering if she's thinking he's trying to help people, but he's actually just luring them in by doing things for them. There's probably a bunch out there that didn't say anything because he was giving them money to do things.
Donated to organizations, but not to say that for points or anything like that. I'm saying
so why'd you say it?
Because that's my husband. I'm
yes,
saying
you are.
Because he's a great person, and y'all are
ma'am, he's a rapist.
Crucifying him based on a headline.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. First of all, he's a rapist, but we'll forgive all of that. He know he on 8 years of paper. He know he ain't supposed to leave the state. He did. He know he ain't supposed to be around kids. He did. How in the fuck was he even able to go and set up the logistics in West Memphis, which is out of the state? It's Arkansas. It's 10 minutes from Memphis across the bridge, but still, he ain't never been to that location, because if he has, he willfully broke the law. And then your dumb ass, you his wife, you knew that you claim you was there. He was already in jail for 9 months. Y'all had 2 kids and shit. And you didn't say, baby, I don't think it's a good idea for you to have this Facebook page. Or if we're going to do this Facebook page, you can't have your face on it because you know that's against your terms. Because remember, you said you tried to keep him being on the registry under wraps. So, bitch, you knew his terms and conditions and you didn't try to stop him. Oh, you're an enabler.
Did she go to Six Flags with him?
Yes.
She went with him?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. But again,
she was with him to open the restaurant in West Memphis. She was with him at that children's night at the Brooks at the Brooks Museum, where he ain't supposed to be around kids. She knew he was going there. She probably was with him there. And I'm like, bitch, we don't want to hear this shit. You did not help your husband. You knew what situation your husband was in, and you did not help him. You engaged in the fucked up behavior that got his black ass back in jail right now. Now you trying to defend the shit. Because had the nigga simply obeyed his probation terms, nobody would know y'all fucking business right now.
Affecting our entire family. It's affecting my work staff, where my people are coming to work and they don't feel safe because people are asking them, don't you work there? I've had so many employees that saying that people are texting them or inboxing.
Them saying, don't you work there is not a threat. They just like, damn, you work for that nigga that did all that freaky shit. They probably trying to ask the people, did he try you? But they scared to come to work because people saying, do you work there? But if they texting them, asking them, do they work there, they have to have a good idea that they work there, because they wouldn't just randomly be asking it.
Right to the place you work at.
Where's the threat in that?
I stopped reading comments because the things you guys
Where's
say
the threat in that?
Is very disheartening. And you run off of anything negative. You don't spread the good things. But anytime there's something negative, it's the crabs in a barrel mentality that I can't stand in the city.
Wow. So we can't judge your husband being a rapist?
And even though it was portrayed like that, I hate that way the news put it out. The restaurant that was vandalized. That had nothing to do with nothing.
Yes,
there was no victims' families getting revenge as it was put out there.
Bitch, it makes sense. It wasn't random that a motherfucker just came busted y'all windows out twice. That shit wasn't random. Maybe the first time. They knocked every single window out twice, bitch. Twice. He took the plea in 2023. Since 2023, y'all building has been vandalized twice, bitch. Twice. I remember both times, because both times I said, this nigga is fucking somebody's bitch or his side hoe crazy.
That was simply a whole nother altercation dealing with our name. I'm not going to mention his name because I'm not going to give him that type of clout. But someone was out here at one point claiming to be the business owner of our restaurant. And
so he busted the windows out.
He had an entertainment business where he threw parties and said that once he got, and he did at one point or something.
Oh, hell no.
One of my husband's classmates.
Hell no.
He did it at one point.
Hell no. First of all, he said one of his cousin classmates. Now, I know who she talking about, because when the restaurant first opened, I thought my homeboy Marcus Hill owned it. Marcus Hill, I went to Central with him. We played basketball and shit. He does have a promoting business. So she tried to say that Marcus Hill vandalized her building. Oh, I'm finna contact that nigga and be like, bruh, this bitch lied and said you had their building vandalized because of the name. His name is Hill Boy Entertainment, and this is like Hill Boy's Wings. Which I don't understand how this nigga name is. What is his name? Lord what? I don't even know where he got Hill Boy from. But she talking about
And when
Marcus
he got out
Hill.
of jail or prison or wherever he was at, he came to us and was like, "Hey, y'all share the same name that I have. Why don't we help each other by doing this? I'm trying to get my platform back up because that's what I do. I do brand ambassadors. I'm a brand ambassador. I help other businesses, even went online to show us the other businesses that he's sharing and he's liking and he's interacting with people and bringing clients in and he's doing that. He was like, I want to help you and you help me. I'm building my platform up. The more people, businesses that I get on my platform, and it shows that I'm helping build a brand. I'm helping to bring them business. The more business I'll get, because it'll be a good reputation for me and it'll look good for me. That led up until this man started claiming that he actually owns the business, even taking even on social media, thanking people for the success of his business and starting his new business and all of that. Coming in the restaurant, taking photos with people in front of things, and really, on some real pretend shit. So when I checked him on it on social media, he immediately says, well, you're using my name and you're going to pay me for it. And if you don't pay me for it, you're going to see how long my arm reaching these streets. So that's why my business was continuously vandalized, because I don't owe you a motherfucking thing. First of all, the name spellings are completely different. I don't owe you anything. I built my own. We built this company from the ground up. And anybody that has known us over the last 20 years.
The only difference between the spelling of y'all's name is y'all got a Z on it. His name is Hill Boy. Y'all is Hill Boys.
With our food truck, with all the other companies that we've had, all the other types of businesses that we had, it's always been Hill Boys. I didn't even know you, for that matter, and you weren't even thought of until you plugged yourself into the situation.
I showed
you
hit my nigga up,
asking to help me.
I just hit my nigga up. Maybe you could get you
that whole
defamation
thing,
case against.
We figured it out. We found it out after, the streets got to talking, and then he arrogantly started bragging.
So why he ain't been charged? Why hasn't he been charged, my guy?
Because they can't.
Marcus, you looking a little suspect. Or I just look, Marcus, you ain't got no facial hair. Nigga, you had a beard and shit in high school. Now you walking around with the booty face. I don't trust you now.
About the things that we
no
doing,
mustache, no beard.
We figured it out then.
Wait a minute. So he texts you, y'all owe me money, y'all using my name, and if you don't pay me, y'all gonna see how long my arms reach in the street. But y'all didn't figure it out then. Y'all buildings got vandalized after he said that, and y'all had no idea who did it. It seemed like y'all would have been on the news instead of talking about God gonna get you. You would have been saying Marcus Hill did this. He tried to extort us. You're blaming them now. Like niggas wouldn't pick up on it. We from Memphis, bitch. It's a small city. It's a small, big city, if that makes sense. But yeah, motherfuckers gonna know him. Just like I just picked out who you talking about to hit him up. Why wouldn't you say his name?
But that would have been the first person that the police would have looked at.
Well, apparently they didn't tell the police this. They figured it out on their own, and they didn't do anything to him because, as I said, I just went to his page, and my nigga was in the car yesterday riding, talking shit.
So it's like this whole thing with y'all tying him being arrested had nothing to do with vandalism. And furthermore, the reason why he wasn't even arrested, he turned himself in Thursday. He turned himself in because he violated his probation officer violated his probation for social media.
Which is why he turned himself in, because his probation officer, he didn't turn himself in. His probation officer probably told him, come down here, let me holler at you. It's time for your check-in, for your monthly visit, and they just didn't let the nigga go. That's how they do it. They don't just tell you they violated your probation, bitch. They get you in the office. They're not going to call you and say, hey, I just violated your probation. You know why they don't do that? Because if you tell somebody that, they'll run. So they just have you come in for your regular check-in, and then they have you sit there for about 2 hours, and then next thing you know, the police there.
And for us leaving the state.
Did you hear that? The truth. Did you hear that? For us leaving the state. So you knew your husband couldn't leave the state. You knew his probation terms and conditions, and you didn't say, baby, our family is too important for you to go to jail for us to go to Six Flags. We'll do it later. We'll do it when your 8 years is up. Or I'll take the kids by myself.
Or ask for permission.
There you go. Which said he did not do. They said he didn't ask.
It's very simple. You actually can email your probation officer that you want to go with your family, and then have your wife email that we'd like to take a trip. Is it okay if we go to so-and-so? And it's up to the probation officer to say yes or no.
So you didn't even try.
Because they knew they would say no. Because Six Flags is full of children.
Thank you.
And he wasn't even arrested. He turned himself in Thursday. He turned himself in because he violated what his probation officer violated. He turned himself in and then he got arrested. For social media and for us leaving the state.
2 things he wasn't supposed to do.
Which the social media, I really feel like is my fault because I created the social media, but it was only used for a tool for our business. He knows.
It was used for stunning, ma'am. It was called New Money Code, and y'all already had a page for y'all business, so you didn't need a personal page. How is that page used for y'all business when y'all showed y'allself at Six Flags?
Wasn't his picture's the only one on it, right?
Yep. She's on the page, but it's his profile picture.
Yeah, his profile picture and the banner is of him.
But she created the page, and it's her fault. But well, you're a dumb bitch because you didn't protect your husband. You knew he wasn't supposed to be on it. So that's why I said earlier, if you were going to do it, you should at least be like, baby, you can't be on this page at all unless you're in a picture with me. And I still wouldn't suggest that because they could take that as you. And ma'am, obviously they had to have proof that he created the page and he was actively using the page for them to violate it. For them to use that as a probation violation. I don't think if you just had him posted on your social media, it would be a problem because it's your social media with your name on it.
Well, he turned himself in because his probation officer said he's going to violate him.
No, the probation officer don't give you no heads up because niggas run. That's what I'm saying. The probation officer probably just told him to come in for his monthly visit. He didn't turn himself in. That nigga was waiting at the probation office and the police walked in on him. He wasn't expecting to get locked up.
If he was
because he wasn't expecting them. The only reason they knew he was out of town in St. Louis is because of that damn social media page. Now, I don't know who told them about the social media page, but that's the only reason they knew he was out of town.
It was
so he wasn't planning on getting caught.
Boy. It was probably your boy.
Marcus. I'm gonna get this nigga. But no, that if it was Marcus, then see, I don't think it was him. Cause it's somebody that knew this nigga was on papers and couldn't go out of town. It was somebody that knew. Because his probation officer didn't just happen across that shit neither.
No, because there's nothing to do with him. New Money Cole, and he's what the probation officer doesn't have time to be searching Facebook.
Yeah, somebody sent that to him.
Yeah, somebody sent that to the police, and then the police sent it to the probation officer.
If I had to guess, I would bet it was one because the people in it was probably I can't say that because I don't think the people in West Memphis knew. Nobody knew he was on the registry until this shit just happened. Nobody knew.
If did they start protesting after this was on the news, or were they?
Damn right. After it was on the news.
After it was on the news, but when they were breaking the windows, was it because of your boy, or was it because somebody figured out who he was?
I personally think she just said everybody was saying that they building was vandalized because of maybe it was retribution from one of the victims or the victim's family. And she said no, they ain't got nothing to do with it. She said it was Marcus Hill.
Okay.
But it makes more sense that a victim's family, because in 2023 is where he took a plea deal for something.
Yeah, he's got 4 victims. and most likely it's around that area. And the authority thing could mean one of his businesses he had.
Yep.
Over half the city. So I created him a page in his likeness to post on the business page, to tag with him, to share to his audience. And I was doing it with my page as well. So that's what I was trying to convey to the PO, is that he, even though he has a social media, he's not active. If you look on his page, there's nothing but shares and tags. He's not actually posting at all.
He's not supposed to have one, bitch. It don't matter if he posting or not. He was ordered to delete it or not come on there at all, and he did not.
What fans? He has wing fans? People are fans of people that make wings?
Thank you.
What fans does he have?
A regular restaurant owner.
What fans?
I guess people
I'm gonna
that
go
like
look.
the food.
I'm going to look for that page.
Matter of fact, I'm the one that's logged in on his phone, but I had to recently delete it because of all of this BS that's going on, and I didn't want anybody to be further attacking him based on a headline, a news headline.
Should have deleted it in 2023.
So I deactivated the page until we go before the judge, and then I can actually prove that I was the one utilizing the Facebook page, because it's strictly used as a business tool.
He ain't supposed to have one, bitch.
He don't even have. Actually, he don't have no social media. He don't even like social media because he said so messy.
You just said he had social media, but he wasn't active. Now he don't like it, and he ain't even got one. I hate this hoe.
But he was smiling his ass off.
You probably a pedophile too, bitch.
Well, so Miss B asked, when was his last arrest? He was last arrested September 4th, 2025. Theft of property, 1,000 to 10,000. Criminal attempted aggravated rape, criminal attempted rape, and aggravated assault, all on September 4th. That is the fourth rape charge that this man has. The fourth is the one that happened in September. The other one was 2023. Then you come down here and you got 2017. 2017. And then you come down here and you got the aggravated assault, the weapon charges that date all the way back to 2007, disorderly conduct. He also violated his probation in 2003.
We don't even know what he was on probation for. It couldn't be disorderly conduct. Maybe it was.
Well, the 2002 and
if he took probation for disorderly conduct, he's a dumbass.
Well, he also in 2003 he has contempt of court because he didn't show up, and then 2003 violation of probation. So that it could be from the disorderly conduct.
That's what I'm saying. If he took that for, well, it says yes, you could get probation for disorderly conduct, but if he did that, he's stupid. You could have paid a fine for that. It's a victimless crime. You just loud as fucking public. You wasn't charged with anything. Like, that is stupid. But he violated probation on that. He couldn't sit his ass down for 1 year.
But, and then the whole Six Flags thing, so it was something that we was trying to do for our kids. I knew that we wasn't supposed to go out of town. So yeah, we do hold ourselves accountable for that.
You knew and you took him.
That,
bitch, you stupid.
He's not even in the video.
Who cares? He was out of town.
Videos from St. Louis.
He was out of town.
So yeah, that's my fault.
So this lady thinks these people didn't do they due diligence before they arrested him. Just because you deleted it don't mean it's gone. Facebook got it all.
So I guess
you're trash.
I mean, I know what God has in store for us, and God will provide.
Ma'am, God don't provide for rapists. No, it's not.
Now,
I hope that nigga got to do 10 years.
I'm just dealing with it. I'm really just dealing with it. My husband is a good man.
He's a
nice
rapist.
Oh, he's generous. Matter of fact,
He's
he's
a rapist.
overly fucking generous.
He's a rapist.
Anybody that has come into contact with him,
he's racist. He's
can
a
tell
rapist.
you how great of a person he is.
And a rapist.
He has his energy. He has his spirit about him.
You got him locked up.
That is very contagious.
You
which
didn't
is
stop.
why at one point
Your job as
everybody
a
called
wife
the Lord to help. Lord, can you help me move?
Your job as a wife is to try to keep this nigga on
Lord,
the
can you
right
take me here?
path.
Lord, can you help me get to work?
You didn't do that. You said I created a page which got him locked up, and we wanted to take our kids to Six Flags, so that's my fault too. Did you want the nigga to get locked up so that you could take over the restaurants? You know what, the truth, the way these hoes is scandalous out here, she may have been the one that sent the shit to his probation officer so she could rake in all the benefits.
And took him to Six Flags, knowing he's not supposed to go. She said that 3 times. I knew he wasn't supposed to go, but we really wanted to go. Well, you failed him. But where were you for all the other charges? You're saying the only one you know
she was there because they had babies.
Yes. So
yeah,
where
she's
were you
trying
on
to
these
say
other
that
charges?
all of this is stemming from 99.
No, you can't. He can't be recharged.
She acting like those don't happen.
He can't be recharged.
I know.
But if your sentence is suspended and you did not serve time, the suspended sentence can be revoked, and you have to go and do your time.
Do you think his suspended sentence would have lasted from 1999 to 2015 or even 2013? Whenever he caught the other rape charge, his suspension wouldn't have been that long. He's a minor. They would at least cut it off at 21. He would, if it was 16, they would have stopped it at 18 to 21 at the max.
Well, again, I think because I don't know why they wouldn't bring those up on the earlier charges, because it's definitely 3 different charges after the 99. 3 different people is in this. Why wouldn't she be upset about the one where he was an authority figure? She should be. That's the one that should have caused her to think twice.
Because guess what? At 16 and her being 13, he wouldn't have been considered an authority figure. They're both for juveniles.
No, but the second.
No, I'm saying I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. That authority figure charge couldn't have been from 1999 because they both were juveniles.
Yeah, but it's a 2017 case was the authority figure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But she's trying to tie it to 1999, and there's no way in hell that he could have been considered an authority figure way back in 1999.
And also,
but that's the story she painting.
He pleaded guilty to the statutory rape. He pleaded guilty to those by taking a lesser charge. So he's pleaded guilty to those cases. So maybe she's,
and not once did he do anything for points. That's why people don't know these things. Only the people that he knows he's done things for. They've never heard repeated what he's done for them. If he helped you move, he didn't let nobody else know he helped you move.
Race against the clock now.
Because it's not done from points, it's from the heart.
It's 6 minutes left.
And all of these things that makes him such a good person, it only takes one thing.
No, it's 5 minutes
for people to
left.
Crucify him. And not even know
the clips out from this
of the doggone matter. Yeah, that was an affidavit. That was posted online for aggravated assault. That was me too.
Page.
I went up to my restaurant
one night and he whooped your ass.
And
she defended him whooping her ass.
I heard at the time she's the one that called me. It was like my husband was hitting on her.
Oh, so he was hitting on the cashier.
She tells me to go back and roll back the cameras. I look at all the cameras and I see he all over this shit, like all over the building. So I come up there and I telling them to close my store down.
So he been fucking with the cashiers and shit.
Didn't even look up to see me. Came around the corner and rubbed this girl across her ass in front of me. Y'all hit this man with everything I fucking had. Yes, I started the fight. Yes, I called the police. And I didn't let up on his ass because you got me fucked up. But since then, my husband has changed. He's given up all drugs and alcohol and anything else that he was on.
Girl, shut the
He
fuck
is not the
up.
same person, and that was several fucking years ago.
Who believes that?
But like I said, it's my own personal life. It's my marriage, and that's what I agreed to through thick and thin, through sick or poor. So I worked with him through his sobriety, through his illness, and through everything else turmoil that he was going through.
What illness did he have, man?
He has come up out of that a totally different person, but he has never touched a kid.
Yes,
and that's
he
what
has.
I'm trying to get the public to understand.
Yes, he has.
Please don't run off the first thing you know. I mean, the first thing that you see. Y'all believe everything y'all see.
Yeah, we ain't gonna believe your line.
Y'all read a news headline and some pictures, and y'all run with it. And then there's even more.
Yeah, we read the news, and then we go pull his sexual registry offender shit up, and then we go from there. But yeah, what else are we supposed to do? Don't you read news titles and run with it, bitch? Now she a different
people
human.
on here that's just like dead set on downloading affidavits and documents and all that stuff. Like,
she mad.
Life. You that thirsty for views?
Why are you bitch, you thirsty for views. You on here talking about it, but you mad. Now you said, hold up now, bitch. You just said people run with a news story. Well, they went beyond the news story and downloaded affidavits, and now they still don't know what they talking about. Bitch, you in denial. You creep.
Thirsty for followers. That you live off other people's hurt and other people's pain and the things that they're dealing with in their life for some fucking followers.
Yes.
Do something positive with your life. That's probably why you don't have as many as you do.
Let me tag y'all ass in this motherfucking post. I want you mad, bitch.
But yeah, and still, I'm a survivor. And I've always been a survivor. And one thing about me is I'm gonna do what it takes. So and God always gonna protect me. He's gonna protect my family. He's gonna protect my husband. That's the reason why we prosper the way we do. Well, even with the vandalism at the Memphis store, that was not a scam. And people at that time, people was calling it a scam, but I'm at work the next day, and the day after, and the day after. If it was scam, I would have took a fucking check and went on vacation. Now, what that did was it brought me worldwide recognition because we was reached out from politicians.
She's been accused of extortion.
Was there all the way to Sacramento, California. Congressman,
but she's saying somebody else extorted her
because the video went more than 2.5 million views.
She's been accused of it.
We see what happened. We don't have anything like that on the coast. I had somebody reach out to us from Detroit. I had somebody.
Y'all got reached out to because y'all business was vandalized.
Florida, all the way up to New York City, people reaching out because they saw that we were genuine and they saw the pain and the bullshit that we're going through. And we didn't use everything that we got, the donations that we got.
She pleaded guilty to the extortion.
We used it towards rebuilding our image, and we use it towards repairing our bills. We didn't buy no fucking food truck. I saw somebody comment. We don't even have a food truck no more. We sold that. We have 2 restaurants.
So why are you responding to
we're going to get one because we're going to continue expanding. We're going to continue building. We're going to continue growing because that's what we do.
Being a sex offender, and now you talking about growing.
I can't even sit up here and say, why this happening to me? Shit, why not? Ain't that what Kevin Gates said? I was built for this shit, so why not? Because I can do it.
Well, it's
God
happening
put it on me
to
if I couldn't do it.
It's happening
but I need y'all to understand.
Because you took your husband out of town.
Leave my family.
Where's the threat?
Because it's getting too personal. I got people.
All right, we done. She got people driving by her house and shit, and she don't want to make the news. What do they drive? They're driving. Cars drive by your house every day. If they're not stopping and bothering you, why are you talking about this? That's almost as dumb as Philly Phil saying motherfucker driving up and down my street. Did they stop? All types of cars drive up and down the street. But yeah, I've officially shared my YouTube video and tagged the thing because I want this bitch to hear how disgusting she is. And she lied all through this motherfucker. Got any last words, D-Truth?
She pleaded guilty to these extortion charges and the forgery charges
Both of them some damn criminals.
Exactly. Her step all the way back to 2014.
I don't think Truth has anything scheduled. When she had Grandparents' Day and stuff this week, I may come right back live with the rest of these shocking and strange news stories. I'll let y'all know in a few minutes. But until the next episode, little channel, big voice, we out.